saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
You can almost hear the noise coming from the nearby French Quarter, and they're being just as loud inside Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, an NFC battle in store for us between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. Through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. We'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. They got to him early, and they laid a big hit on it. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Cam Scannaboo on the ground. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Chase Young bringing him down there. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
At the 14-yard line.
Quick one to the outside by Dart. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. This is Scannaboo, left side. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Let's see running up to make that stop.
That's a run that will take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays, and with some contested coverages, he could do it right there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down. Possibly an early indicator of where they're going to want to go when they want important yards, Brock. Didn't need that much on 3rd down, but they chose to throw for it instead of run it.
Yeah, one of the things about that down and distance is you typically get man-to-man coverage. So I don't mind that call, being aggressive, but you got to find a way to execute it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on return. First call here coming from the shotgun. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No luck on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. So an 0-2 start to the game for him, Brock, and not surprisingly, his team headed to the sideline after a 3 and out.
I think it's going to take a few more incompletions before they start to panic, but that's far from the type of start they had planned for in this one.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
At their own 39-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. The Saints calling for a timeout, so they're first. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Driving forward with Scannaboo. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this gives them more blockers up front, but it also puts the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
That screen snipped out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
A lot of defenders got some offense in their background, and it's been my life experience that they'll tell you about. And right there, he put it on display. He brought in the pick and instantly became a runner, searching for the open field to add a little something to the return.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense heading up for 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll run here. It's Hall. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Chris Olave with the touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue. And that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
It's Scannaboo on 2nd down. He hits the lane for about 7. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
That doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Dart. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
First down. It's a gain of 3. And the Giants' first down.
Scannaboo now from the gun. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Right back to Scannaboo. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Darts out of the shotgun. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop him. We're to the end of one. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Running with Scatterboo. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
You know, kid, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Here goes Dart to the air. This is on target to Xavier Gibson. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route at that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing it.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Setting up to try the point after. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They start the drive with Hall. Shoots away from one. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead on the first play of the drive. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's got a lane up past the 30. That's put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series.
They're on the 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Julian Blackman.
The cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. And play action with Darts. Flushed out of the pocket. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Quincy Riley picks it. And the Saints have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
Intercepted.
All set to go now from the 35.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shuck now on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Searching for Chris Olave with that one. And now it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Off the play action, jump. This is caught by Trey Palmer. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Bronco 80. Go.
From the red zone on 1st. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up second down. On play action, here's Shaw. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. Two great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Throw left side finds Johnson. And that is a great stop to deny him the marker. It's going to be fourth down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
New York to the line. First and 10. On the carry, this is Scannaboo. He's got a gain of 6 there. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Darts looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And now they need to get 4 on third down. Dart setting in the throw here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Steve, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. They'll go. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4.
They set up the screen here for Hall. And he's brought down at the line.
I know coordinator quarterback will be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Brought in right side. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them at 1st down.
Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 13-point lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Smith tacks on the point after. And the Saints double their lead to 14. Smith has it on the tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Scannaboo. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
So it'll be 2nd and long upcoming on the other side of this 2-minute warning. More from Caesars Superdome in just a moment. Offense to the line for 2nd down. To throw. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. For the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
9 yards. And it's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. It's caught left side by Mitchell. And this one won't get there. Looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first.
Big gain on the play, but it leads to fourth down.
No run, it's Scattaboo. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Catch made, left side by Palmer. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Throwing now off the play action. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Completes beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably.
He will score. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get more points to end a lopsided first half. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh, wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
That's when some of that psychology comes into play. Don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of 2 ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done. Or you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Tracy on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they'll always find 1 yard up the gut. Second down. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, Largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. No luck finding his receiver that time, and that leaves them with 4th and 5. One last play before the break. Back to throw it. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And this one swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs. Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Lions. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Shotgun snap to Shuck. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Hall. And you do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. That sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Let's go now. Take go.
They go right back to Hall. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Saints first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Finds him over the middle. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
And he's able to fight this down to the 2. An 8-yard pickup, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal.
It's Hall again. And he's stuck for a loss again, this time at the 3.
He was taken down.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call, because defensively, you've stopped the run twice down. I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
And he's got it. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints grow the lead coming out of halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. One after good from Smith. And the Saints continue piling on to this lead.
Giants 7.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Xavier Gibson now to return. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
Gibson on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Going to Scatterbull here on the ground. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up with 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Hits him on the end route. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw if you're about to get smacked.
Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So 20 yards on that play. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
And the Giants 1st down. It's a gain of 20.
Dart going to throw again. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants start the 2nd half with some needed points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Giants cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Giants 14.
The Giants ready to kick this one away, and off we go once more. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll start this one out with Hall. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call, and that's him the 1st.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go. 19.
Chuck now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they did an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Chuck working from the gun. He gets it into the hands of Jalen Cole. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
And the Saints 1st down.
Let's go.
Now Chuck to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, and sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
This is ahead for about 5. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 22-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over.
Okay.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Off the play action. Chuck. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
3rd down give to Hall. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's 4th down.
3-yard loss on the play.
Now we'll have a field goal try coming up for the Saints. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. Smith able to put it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. You hate to see this on 4th down for that defense, roughing the kicker, and now they've got a 1st inside the red zone.
70 Timberwolves. Reload. Go.
Running it after the penalty. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Set. Go.
Chuck looking to pass here. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Play not developing as they had hoped. That's a loss of yardage, Brock. 4th down coming up.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down. Yet another shot across the bow of a shitter that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Gibson now to return. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Chuck's going to throw here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
9 yards.
Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number 1 thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Your cover guys go shut it down. What a season this guy's had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
tee, and it's ready to send it flying. Here's Robinson with the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jonas Sinker. And the Saints are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hut, hut.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he needed his 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice. Now a really manageable 2nd down.